Were the guys who were controlling the local population. So they went to the Brahmins, and Brahmins said, everybody Hindus. So British wrote everybody Hindus. So that is how everybody is called Hindus. If you read any article in New York Times about India, they would say India has 85% Hindus, which is absolutely false. So tomorrow, if you happen to see an Indian on the street, if you ask him what religion do you follow, if he says Hinduism, you should say, you mean to say Brahminism? He may not even know, or he may not agree with you. Because systematically, for all these years, the Indians or the Hindus have cheated the international community about what's going on in India. The caste system, the untouchability, it is so prevalent, so rampant, so barbarous, so evil, but it's all done in the name of religion. So nobody talks about it, and then it's controlled by the white man, the international press is controlled by the white man, so nobody can talk about it. The New York Times press reporter goes to India, the first guy meets him as a Brahmin. So Brahmin feeds him some trash, this guy brings the trash and spits out here. That's what's going on. Okay. So we are now trying to bring some truth in what's going on. Okay. I'm going to go back and show this book, African Presence in Early Asia. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this book. Okay. There are a couple of excellent articles here for those who want to understand a little bit the African connection, the Dravidian connections. But I want to quote one starting with Wayne Chandler, Brother Wayne Chandler's article. He brings Ethiopia and India together in this quote. And upon his return to Greece, they gathered around and asked, "Tell us about this great land of blacks called Ethiopia." And Herodotus says there are two great Ethiopian nations, one in Sind, meaning India, and the other is in Egypt. So, and there's an excellent article. There are a few mistakes, but I think that we can ignore that. Somebody said something? Okay. I want to define a caste system. How do you define a caste system? What is a caste system? Everybody talks about caste system. But I want to read a well-written definition. A four-tiered, airtight, stratified, and predetermined compartmental system of ascending order of reverence and descending order of contempt, with no entrance and no exit. It is fixed for the lifetime, decided on the basis of your birth, not merit, not scholarship, not even bank balance. Hindu religious scriptures came to elaborate, encode, and morally justify the system. One is born and died in the same caste. So once you are born as an untouchable, you are untouchable forever, and your child becomes untouchable automatically. So the Brahmin, his child is a Brahmin, no matter how idiotic he is, how stupid he is. And no matter how intelligent and untouchable is still untouchable. This system, unique system, only in India, nowhere in the world. And also the so-called Hindu religion is also only in India, nowhere else. So this is, Hindu religion is nothing but caste system. What is a caste system? In fact, originally started as racism. It started with racism. And racism taught in the name of religion. So if anyone asks you, how do you define Hindu religion? It is sanctified racism. That is the word. So, if in future, if you happen to see, and I would encourage you to catch every Indian, if you see, ask him what's your religion, he says Hinduism, you mean to say sanctified racism. I hope you would all say that. And I hope I'll give you enough information so you can support yourself. He is an ignorant guy. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to know, except his parents told him he's an upper caste. He's hanging on to that. And he loves to call himself an upper caste. But he never thinks for a minute as to why he is an upper caste. Why the other guy is a lower caste. Why is an untouchable? He never thinks about it. Because it is in their head, it is in their blood, it is the sickness. Shred of humanity, shred of compassion, if anyone has, why should I be the priest all the time? My father was a priest, my grandchild is a priest, and this guy is cleaning my bathroom, which he cannot even come into my house, cannot walk into my street. Don't you think little bit of humanity would raise this kind of consciousness? Over 4,000 years this is going on. Neither Indians nor the international community ever talks about it. And today there is a war going on in Bosnia. They say, let's start an inquiry, war criminal inquiry. I mean, here an oppression, systematic oppression going on for 4,000 years. Nobody talks about it. What is the reason? 200 million people are suffering today. And nobody talks about it. You know, one of the main reasons is because they were blacks and they are blacks. That is the basis. You may not know that, I may not know that. I did not know even know that my ancestry was black. I was not taught that in the school. When I went to school, they talked about Indus Valley civilization, but they never told me that is my ancestors who created this great civilization. Now you know what they're doing? The Brahmins, all these years, they said it is a Dravidian civilization, the black civilization, the Aryans invaded. In the last 2 years, now they say, we found new evidence. That is, no, Aryans were never invaders. Aryans were indigenous people. They found new evidence. Is it that difficult to plant evidences? It is painful. It is painful that they could have the obnoxious mind to twist history. And they are finding people could collaborate with them, and white men in this country. These guys go there, they join some religious cult, and then they come back and say, great, Hindu religion is great. Don't even know what they are. One time I met an Anglo guy, he said, oh, Hare Krishna, great religion. And I asked him, what's your religion? What's your caste? So he said, you are a Hindu, what's your caste? I don't, what? I said, if you don't have a caste, you're not a Hindu, damn it. So you're a Brahmin, right? Is this the reason why you say you're a Hindu? Do you know there are untouchables in that country? These kids were brainwashed. These kids have no brain to wash to start with. They go there, there's crazy gurus, they have crazy ideas, like the Rajneesh, the guy who had a 36 Rolls Royce, because he let every woman and men do whatever you guys want to do. And that is how this Hare Krishna is running around and is one of the craziest groups. And they call themselves Hindus. How can they, if you read history, if you read facts, they cannot say that. But because it doesn't affect them. That is the basis. As long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care what you are doing, how you suffer. As long as I'm in the pedestal,